I went to D.C. with the Tea Party in 2009. We had 8 bus loads of people that went from Greenville to D.C. We could have filled up 10 buses, but we couldn't find it. After we got 8, we couldn't find any more. We had enough people to fill up 10. So when we came back, I found the Greenville Tea Party. I've written a book on how to save America. And it's basically, I went to Tea Party after Tea Party, and I saw these people going up to these politicians. What can I do? I've never been in politics before, what can I do? So I decided to write a book. We're also putting together training videos. When I met Jeffrey, some time ago, I noticed he had what he called Victor, the voter data, and I looked at that and I thought about it, and I said, that could really help the Tea Party out. And if you're helping the Tea Party out, you're helping America out. So I bought part of Jeffrey's company. His system was a computer-based system. Basically, I've been investing tens of thousands of dollars to have a mobile system that you can carry a survey or information on an iPhone, an iPad, and our goal is to get this system in the hands of Tea Party people in every precinct in the state, and precinct by precinct we can take our country back. And we're planning to carry this to other states as well. I really believe we can make a real big difference in this country if we use it, not just for the 2012 election, but for the right-minded, Tea Party-minded people to use it like from now on. They go around, do surveys of their precinct. They'll know with voter vault. We don't really know if somebody's Republican or Democrat. The only way they determine is if they voted in the Republican primary. Hell, there's a lot of Democrats voting in the Republican primary, so you don't know beans. And then there's only about 1 to 10% of the people in each county even vote in the primary. So you're leaving out about 95% of the other population. But when you go around and do a survey, now you've got detailed information. You find out whether they are conservative, liberal, progressive. You find out what they think about the Tea Party. I've got a Tea Party question in the survey. I'd like to know which ones are Tea Party minded. We can find out which ones will have a son that's just turned, or a daughter that's just turned 18, so we can get them to register to vote. Of course, we don't want them to register to vote unless they appear to be conservative. We want the liberals to stay home. We don't want them to register. So anyhow, the survey is set up so it will help you organize your precinct, help you win elections, and get good quality, detailed information to win elections. We did get out the vote phone calls through Voter Vault for Mulvaney. It seemed like about 80 to 90% of the phone numbers did not work. It's not up to date. But imagine what you could do if you had some Tea Party, some people in a precinct that would gather this data year-round, not just a month or two right before precinct reorganization, but year-round, year after year after year. Imagine the quality of the data that you can put together, and the political, and how much you can help people on get out the vote, and get the right people out the vote. You don't want to just get everybody out the vote. You want the Democrats to stay home. You want to get the Republican conservatives out the vote. And this is the best way to identify them, is through the surveys. Now, we do have quite a few ways, as you noticed in the film, we've got quite a few ways to do the survey. To where hopefully you can do it on robocall, and you don't have to work as hard, and you don't have to go door to door on all cases. Any questions?
I do some research work for a research company, which requires me to go out to certain addresses, and I carry an iPack. You know, it's handheld, and I input all my data in that iPack. And just a few weeks ago, I was telling my wife, I wonder where I can buy me an iPack like this, because this would be great doing a campaign when you're going door to door, because you can punch in all the information you want to punch in.
Well, now you got it.
So this is similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's handheld.
And we can modify it and take any kind of data. You can change the surveys. You can change the input fields. We can modify it any way you want to.
I was going to share one thing that I think really boils us down, because this will revolutionize the way people get elected, based on the fact that if we can have enough percentage of people that own their precincts. How many people have heard of micro-targeting before? There's approximately 1,500 voters in a precinct. Now, only a certain percentage will actually get out to vote, about 26%, I think, actually, the people that get out to vote. And then out of that 26%, or about 300 to 400 voters, you're going to be able to identify maybe 100, 150 that are conservative, Tea Party, libertarian-minded folks, that once you boil it down, you'll have those 150 folks. And when you pick up the phone or you're asking them to get out to vote, and you know that their hot button is immigration or pro-life or Second Amendment, think what that does. That's changed the landscape. And when you're talking to these people, it's, hey, I'm Corey Norris, I'm your neighbor. Okay, I'm not, you know, so-and-so out of Washington, D.C., I'm your neighbor. And that makes a tremendous impact on the lay of the land. You own the data and you control your neighborhood, and you have access to all the reports for the entire time, and help get out the vote.
Is this a tool that's used primarily for racial awareness?
You have access to the registered voters, but if there's people that are not registered, you'll still be able to go in and update their information, add them to the system, so you have that accurate data. That's a good way.
In the aerial photo, it showed the street with all the houses. The ones with the little kind of an orange mark on it are registered voters. The ones that don't have it, so it helps you identify which ones are registered and which ones are not registered. But you want to do your survey first before you get them to register, because you might be registered a lot of people.